Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and today I'm going to address the subject of fear, how we form fear and exactly how we can eliminate it from our lives. The fear of flying, the fear of falling in love, the fear of public speaking, or the fear of failure. We all create these fears in our lives that control the level of success that we can achieve. It's like the minute we experience pain, we never want to experience it again. So as a result, we do things that we feel will ensure that we will never ever get hurt again. In fact, we put more effort into avoiding pain than we do in gaining pleasure. Now, in my observation, many people prefer to play it safe and choose to be miserable over choosing to be happy. Do you know anyone who's settled for a job rather than a passion, or settled for a relationship that's not right for them, or settled for anything and everything because they prefer to play it safe? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So, how does fear become such an integrated part of our lives? Well, if you watched one of my previous shows reviewing Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements, you'll remember how he talks about how 95% of the beliefs that we have in our minds are nothing but lies and handed down misconceptions that are originating from fear. So we suffer, we feel guilt, and we judge ourselves and others because of these lies. So we're starting on the back foot right from the very beginning. So that doesn't help things as we get started. Then something happens. Life happens, a painful experience. Someone makes fun of you while you're making a speech. The love of your life breaks up with you. A business that you've tried has failed, or you've been on one of the most turbulent and scariest plane rides that you've ever been on. That's all it takes. One harrowing experience that you never want to experience again. So you start to feel all those lower vibrational emotions, anxiety, nervousness, sadness, indifference. All emotions that come from fear that you want to avoid like the plague. So you start to play it safe. You avoid, public speaking, you avoid relationships, you avoid plane travel, or you avoid any kind of financial risks. But then one day you look up and you're not just playing it safe in one area of your life, but you're playing it safe in life in general. Now, of course, it's easy for me to say this and logically explain where fear comes from. Now, you may also logically know the origin of your fear, but that doesn't matter. When you're in it and actually feeling the overwhelming feeling of fear, nothing that anyone says or nothing that anyone can do can convince you that your fear isn't real, because for you, it is very, very real. So if you know someone who's experienced fear in an area of their life, or maybe yourself, you've got fear in one specific area of your life, here are some things that you can do to overcome any fears that you may want to eradicate from your life to move forward to the next better version of yourself. So first of all, the step one is to make the decision and set the intention that this fear will no longer play a role in your life. You want to declare to yourself that enough is enough, and you are banishing this fear for good, and it is no longer part of your reality. Okay, now step number two. You want to stop talking about this. Remove the words, I'm afraid of flying, or I don't speak in public, or I'm not ready for a relationship. Remove those words from your vocabulary and don't talk about your fear. Don't engage in conversations about it. The more you say it, the more it becomes your reality. The more you say it, the more the universe hears you, and the more of that it will give you. Now, remember my story about the legendary Mr. Les Brown? He was diagnosed with cancer. Now, he refused to use the word cancer. He never put words to it, and he didn't discuss it that often. He kept referring to his condition as the little c, because he didn't want to give it any power. So zip it. No more telling yourself that this is true for you and that you have this fear, okay?